Have you ever sat quietly in your favorite chair, reflecting on your health, only to feel a pang of frustration or confusion? You've been doing all the right things, eating balanced meals, staying physically active, attending regular checkups, yet your body feels as if it's slipping away from you. Your joints ache more than they used to. Climbing stairs leaves you breathless in a way that's new and unsettling. And even after meals, you experience that heavy sluggishness or uncomfortable bloating that no amount of rest seems to fix. If you are over 60, it might feel like this is just the way life is now, a slow and inevitable decline you have to accept. But what if I told you that some of these symptoms, these nagging pains and unexplained drops in energy, might have a surprisingly simple cause? What if the very food you think is nourishing you, cheese, could be quietly working against your health? Cheese is one of the most cherished foods around the world, a symbol of comfort, tradition, and sometimes even celebration. From soft, buttery brie to sharp, crumbly aged cheddar, from pungent blue-veined varieties to fresh, mild cheeses, it graces many tables and features in countless recipes. But here's the truth many don't realize. As we age, our bodies become less tolerant of certain foods that we once enjoyed without issue, and cheese, especially certain types, can become a hidden enemy. The cheeses you choose to eat can either support your health or silently accelerate inflammation, raise your blood pressure, worsen digestion, and rob you of energy and vitality. This is not about giving up all cheese, but about knowing which types help you thrive and which ones you must avoid if you want to maintain your independence and quality of life. Let's start by uncovering the sneaky dangers lurking in processed cheese. Those bright yellow slices wrapped in plastic, so convenient and common in fast food sandwiches, are not the wholesome dairy you might imagine. Instead, they are heavily processed products packed with artificial ingredients, preservatives, and alarmingly high amounts of sodium. Sodium, the chemical cousin of salt, is essential in small amounts, but excess intake can have devastating consequences, especially for those over 60. When your sodium levels soar, your body retains excess water to dilute the salt in your bloodstream, causing your blood volume to increase. This expanded blood volume pushes harder against the walls of your arteries, forcing your heart to work overtime. The result? High blood pressure or hypertension, a leading cause of heart attacks, strokes, kidney damage, and even cognitive decline in seniors. Scientific studies show that processed cheeses can contain twice or even 3 times the sodium of natural cheeses. Just a couple of slices can push you dangerously close to or beyond the daily recommended sodium limit, sabotaging your efforts to control blood pressure and protect your heart. If you've been told to watch your salt intake, processed cheese is one of the worst offenders you can include in your diet. Next on the list are blue cheeses, those with striking blue or green veins, famous for their strong, sharp flavor. While a delicacy for many, these cheeses like Gorgonzola, Roquefort, and Stilton carry high concentrations of histamines and tyramine, natural compounds produced during fermentation. Histamines are infamous for triggering allergic reactions and inflammatory responses. Inflammation, as you might know, is the silent enemy behind most chronic illnesses that affect seniors, including arthritis, cardiovascular diseases, and neurodegenerative disorders such as Alzheimer's. When histamines flood your system, they can cause joint swelling, redness, stiffness, headaches, and even respiratory difficulties like sinus congestion or asthma flare-ups. If you've noticed that eating blue cheese makes your joints ache or triggers headaches, this is why. Tyramine compounds in blue cheese can also cause sudden increases in blood pressure, further stressing your cardiovascular system. Eliminating blue cheese from your diet can be a powerful step toward reducing inflammation and pain, restoring your comfort and energy. Soft cheeses such as brie and camembert are next, and while their creamy textures and mild flavors might tempt you, They come with a hidden cost. These cheeses are high in saturated fats, the kind that raise your LDL cholesterol, the notorious bad cholesterol that clogs your arteries with plaque, restricting blood flow and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death worldwide among seniors, and diet plays a pivotal role in managing your risk. Additionally, soft cheeses are often challenging for aging digestive systems to process efficiently. As digestion slows with age, consuming rich, fatty cheeses can lead to bloating, gas, and discomfort, leaving you feeling sluggish and uneasy after meals. If you regularly experience these symptoms after eating brie or camembert, your body might be signaling that these cheeses don't agree with you anymore. Finally, aged cheddar, the sharp, bold favorite, is not without its own pitfalls. Cheese contains high levels of tyramine, the same compound found in blue cheese, which can cause sudden spikes in blood pressure and trigger migraines or neurological symptoms in sensitive individuals. If you live with hypertension or recurrent headaches, cutting back on aged cheddar might bring noticeable relief, helping to stabilize your blood pressure and reduce migraine frequency. While this list might sound discouraging, it's important to remember that not all cheeses are harmful. In fact, some cheeses are packed with nutrients that support your health, especially after 60. Cottage cheese, for example, is a standout. Low in fat and sodium, yet rich in casein protein and calcium, cottage cheese helps preserve muscle mass and supports bone density, two crucial factors for maintaining independence and preventing falls in seniors. Ricotta cheese offers another excellent option. It's gentle on the digestive system, provides high-quality protein, and contains essential amino acids that promote muscle repair and bolster immune function. Minas Fresco, a fresh cheese popular in Brazil, combines low fat and sodium with important minerals like calcium and phosphorus, supporting cardiovascular and bone health. And feta cheese, a staple of the Mediterranean diet, provides beneficial probiotics that enhance gut health and immune defense, along with calcium and vitamin B12 essential for nerve and bone health. That said, due to its salt content, feta should be enjoyed in moderation. Incorporating these healthier cheeses into your diet is simpler than you might think. You can start your mornings with cottage cheese, topped with fresh berries or a sprinkle of nuts for a nourishing, muscle-supporting breakfast. Add ricotta to your omelets or blend it into smoothies for a creamy protein boost. Sprinkle Minas Fresco or feta onto vibrant salads or whole grain dishes for a tasty, nutrient-packed meal. And always pair cheese with fresh fruits like apples, pears, or grapes. This not only enhances nutrient absorption, but also helps reduce inflammation. Let me share a story that many seniors will find familiar. Margaret, a 67-year-old retired teacher, loved her daily breakfast of processed cheese toast paired with strong coffee. Over the years, she began noticing her ankles swelling and her blood pressure creeping upward despite taking medications. Fatigue became her constant companion, and small tasks felt increasingly daunting. After attending a health seminar, Margaret decided to eliminate processed cheese from her diet, replacing it with cottage cheese and fresh fruit. Within weeks, the swelling in her ankles vanished, her blood pressure stabilized, and energy gradually returned. Margaret's story is not unique. Countless seniors have found similar relief and regained vitality by simply changing the types of cheese they consume. Understanding what happens inside your body when you eat the wrong cheeses is crucial. High-sodium cheeses cause fluid retention and increased blood pressure. Saturated fats contribute to artery-clogging cholesterol buildup. Histamines and tyramine trigger inflammatory and neurological responses, exacerbating pain, headaches, and cognitive fog. These processes act quietly but relentlessly, paving the way for heart attacks, strokes, arthritis flare-ups, and memory decline. Your choices matter. Every bite can either nourish your body or feed disease. Knowing which cheeses to embrace and which to avoid can shape the quality of your life for years to come. If you feel ready to take control, type 1 in the comments below, subscribe to Senior Health today, and activate notifications to never miss essential health tips designed for your best years. Remember, your golden years can truly be golden. It all starts with what you choose to put on your plate. Stay with us as we dive deeper in the next section, uncovering the science behind these cheeses, exploring surprising connections between diet and brain health, and sharing practical steps to make lasting, delicious changes. Now that you understand which cheeses can silently undermine your health and which can support your well-being, it's time to take a deeper dive into the science behind these effects and how they play out in your body, especially as you age. The interaction between cheese and your body is far more complex than just calories and taste. It involves biochemistry, your immune system, and the subtle balance of inflammation and repair. For anyone over 60, understanding these processes is vital for making informed choices that help maintain vitality and independence. Let's start with sodium, a common but often overlooked villain in many cheeses. Sodium's role in your body is essential. It helps regulate fluid balance, nerve function, and muscle contractions. However, when sodium intake surpasses the body's needs, it causes your kidneys to retain water to dilute the excess salt. This retained water increases blood volume, pushing blood pressure higher and straining your cardiovascular system. High blood pressure or hypertension is often called the silent killer because it can damage organs like your heart, brain, and kidneys without obvious symptoms until severe complications arise. According to the American Heart Association, adults over 60 should consume no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium daily, but many processed and aged cheeses can contain upwards of 400 to 500 milligrams per serving. Just a few slices of processed cheese can account for a third of that limit. This makes cheese a stealthy contributor to hypertension, especially if you're eating other salty foods throughout the day. Elevated blood pressure has cascading effects. It damages the inner lining of your arteries, making them less flexible and more prone to plaque buildup, a condition known as atherosclerosis. This increases the risk of heart attacks and strokes, leading causes of death worldwide among seniors. But it's not just your heart at risk. High blood pressure also reduces blood flow to your brain, impairing memory, focus, and increasing the risk of vascular dementia and Alzheimer's disease. These connections between sodium intake and brain health are only now being fully understood, but the evidence is clear. Lowering sodium, especially from hidden sources like processed cheese, supports not only your heart but your mind. Histamines and tyramine, found abundantly in blue and aged cheeses, add another layer of complexity. These compounds are byproducts of protein breakdown during fermentation. Normally, your body produces enzymes to neutralize histamines, but as you age, enzyme production slows, leading to histamine intolerance. This intolerance manifests as headaches, migraines, flushing, hives, nasal congestion, and digestive upset. Tyramine can cause blood vessel constriction and sudden blood pressure spikes, leading to feelings of anxiety, palpitations, or dizziness. For seniors already managing cardiovascular or neurological conditions, these effects can be severe. Recognizing histamine intolerance and avoiding high histamine cheeses is an important but often overlooked part of dietary management. Inflammation is a common thread tying together these effects. It's your immune system's response to injury or perceived threats, but chronic low-grade inflammation, often fueled by diet, is a root cause of many age-related diseases. Saturated fats in soft cheeses like brie and camembert trigger the production of inflammatory molecules called cytokines, which exacerbate joint pain, worsen arthritis symptoms, and contribute to insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes. Research has shown that diets high in saturated fats correlate with increased markers of systemic inflammation. This means your favorite creamy cheeses might be feeding the very pain and stiffness you experience daily. But the story isn't all cautionary. The good news is that some cheeses actually reduce inflammation and support healing. Cottage cheese, rich in casein protein, provides your body with a steady release of amino acids necessary for muscle repair and maintenance. Muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, is a major concern for seniors, leading to weakness and increased fall risk. By incorporating high-quality protein from cheeses like cottage and ricotta, you can slow this process, preserving strength and independence. Ricotta, made from whey, contains bioactive peptides shown to have anti-inflammatory and immune-boosting properties, further supporting health. Minerals such as calcium and phosphorus, abundant in minus frescal and feta, play crucial roles beyond building strong bones. Calcium helps regulate muscle contractions, nerve transmission, and blood clotting. Deficiencies increase fracture risk and contribute to muscle cramps and weakness. Vitamin B12, found in many cheeses, supports nerve health and red blood cell production. Many seniors suffer from B12 deficiency due to decreased absorption, leading to fatigue, memory problems, and neuropathy. Including these nutrient-rich cheeses in your diet helps fill these gaps naturally. Probiotics in feta and some fresh cheeses improve gut health by balancing intestinal flora. A healthy gut microbiome supports digestion, immune function, and even mood regulation. Aging often disrupts gut bacteria diversity, leading to digestive issues and inflammation. Eating probiotic-rich cheeses can restore balance, easing symptoms like bloating and constipation, common complaints among seniors. Now, imagine combining these insights into your daily life. You can transform meals from sources of discomfort to pillars of health. Start by gradually replacing processed cheeses with fresh, natural options. Prepare a breakfast of creamy cottage cheese topped with berries and a sprinkle of flax seeds to kickstart muscle repair and provide antioxidants. Add ricotta to vegetable omelets or smoothies for sustained protein and immune support. For lunch or dinner, crumble minas frescal or feta over colorful salads packed with leafy greens, nuts, and whole grains to maximize nutrient synergy and gut health. Pairing cheeses with antioxidant-rich fruits like apples or grapes enhances nutrient absorption and helps counteract any residual inflammation. Remember Margaret? After adopting these changes, she not only felt better physically, but reported improvements in mood, sleep quality, and cognitive sharpness. She found renewed confidence to engage in activities she loved: gardening, dancing, and socializing free from the fear of debilitating joint pain or fatigue. Margaret's story is a testament to the power of informed dietary choices, but changing habits isn't always easy. Cheese often carries emotional and cultural significance, and the cravings can be strong. That's why knowledge is your strongest ally. Understanding what happens inside your body helps build motivation to make better choices, and discovering delicious alternatives keeps you satisfied. As you embark on this journey, consider consulting with a nutritionist or healthcare provider familiar with senior health to tailor recommendations to your unique needs. Regularly monitor your blood pressure, energy levels, digestion, and joint comfort as you adjust your diet. Keep a food diary to track how different cheeses affect you. This simple step can reveal surprising connections and empower your decisions. Finally, be patient and kind with yourself. Dietary changes take time to reflect in your health, but persistence pays off. Small, consistent adjustments compound into significant improvements. If you're finding this information valuable, please type 1 in the comments to share your commitment to better health. Subscribe to Senior Health today and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the final part of this series, where we'll explore practical recipes, shopping tips, and how to enjoy cheese mindfully without sacrificing flavor or tradition. Together, let's make your golden years vibrant, strong, and full of joy. As we reach the final part of this journey into the cheeses that can make or break your health after 60, it's time to bring everything together and explore how to transform your diet into a sustainable, enjoyable lifestyle that keeps you energized, strong, and independent. The truth is, food is not just fuel, it's medicine, culture, comfort, and connection. Changing your cheese choices doesn't mean giving up flavor or joy. It means choosing wisely, so every bite supports your well-being. First, let's talk practical tips for shopping and cooking. When you enter the cheese aisle, look beyond the bright packaging and fancy labels. Seek fresh cheeses like cottage, ricotta, Minas Fresco, and feta, which are naturally lower in sodium and saturated fat, and rich in protein, calcium, and probiotics. Check the nutrition facts closely. Some fresh cheeses can still pack hidden salt. Aim for options with less than 300 milligrams of sodium per serving. When in doubt, ask your cheesemonger or read ingredient lists carefully. Avoiding additives and preservatives. In your kitchen, simple swaps can make a big difference. Replace processed cheese slices with fresh mozzarella or cottage cheese in sandwiches. Use ricotta instead of cream cheese in spreads and dips. Experiment with crumbled feta or Minas Fresco as salad toppers or to enhance vegetable dishes. These cheeses not only bring vibrant flavors, but also add texture and nutrition without the downsides of processed or aged cheeses. Meal planning is also key. Incorporate cheese into balanced meals rich in vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. For example, a Mediterranean-style plate with leafy greens, grilled chicken, quinoa, olives, and crumbled feta offers a powerful anti-inflammatory boost and heart-healthy nutrients. Pair cheese with fruits like apples, grapes, or pears to aid digestion and reduce inflammation. Remember, moderation is crucial. Even healthy cheeses should be enjoyed as part of a varied diet. Hydration and movement amplify the benefits of good nutrition. Drinking plenty of water helps your kidneys flush excess sodium and toxins, easing blood pressure and reducing swelling. Regular physical activity, tailored to your ability, keeps muscles strong and joints flexible, maximizing the positive effects of protein-rich cheeses in your diet. Social and emotional aspects of food are just as important. Sharing meals with loved ones and savoring the textures and aromas of cheese can uplift mood and foster connection. Don't hesitate to experiment with new recipes or regional cheeses that fit your health goals. Enjoying food is a key part of quality of life, especially as we age. Let's revisit some real-life stories that highlight the transformative power of mindful cheese consumption. John, a 72-year-old retired engineer, struggled with chronic migraines and hypertension for years. He loved aged cheddar and blue cheese, but reluctantly cut them out after learning about tyramine's effects. By replacing these with fresh cheeses, like ricotta and cottage cheese, along with lifestyle changes, he significantly reduced migraine frequency and stabilized his blood pressure, reclaiming his active lifestyle. Meanwhile, Maria, 69, embraced feta and Minas Fresco in her diet, noticing improvements in digestion, energy, and even mood, attributing these changes to the probiotics and nutrient boost in fresh cheeses. Beyond individual stories, the broader research paints a compelling picture. Diets emphasizing fresh, natural cheeses contribute to lower inflammation markers, better cardiovascular outcomes, improved muscle maintenance, and enhanced cognitive function in seniors. These benefits align with the Mediterranean diet principles, consistently linked to longevity and vitality. So what about cravings for your favorite sharp or creamy cheeses? Allow yourself occasional indulgences, but balance them with nutrient-dense choices and mindful portion control. Planning these treats ahead can prevent overconsumption and guilt. Pair indulgent cheeses with fiber-rich foods and hydrate well to mitigate negative effects. Finally, cultivating a mindset of curiosity and empowerment is vital. Embrace learning about how food affects your body. Share your discoveries with friends and family, inspiring a community of health-conscious seniors. Your journey can motivate others to reclaim their health, creating a ripple effect of positive change. As you step forward, remember that your choices today shape your tomorrow. Cheese can be a source of pleasure and health if chosen wisely. Right selections nourish your muscles, protect your heart, soothe inflammation, support your mind, and keep you vibrant. If you're ready to take charge of your health, leave a 1 in the comments now. Subscribe to Senior Health Today, share this video with loved ones, and activate notifications to stay connected to the latest science-backed health tips for seniors. Together, we can make the golden years truly golden. Thank you for staying with me through this journey. Your health, your strength, and your joy matter, and it all begins on your plate.